Ladies and gentlemen, we finally have a political leader in this country who knows exactly what a woman is. And frankly, it's extremely sad that we have to even say this in 2023. These are dark times if you have to have a debate and ask politicians whether they know what a man and a woman is. And we had many politicians and political leaders from different parties, from the Greens and the Liberal Democrats, the Labour Party and the SNP, struggling. They're all struggling. They don't know what to say. Joe Biden doesn't know what to say. None of them know. Justin Trudeau thinks he's a woman, I guess, at this point. But thank God, at least there's one person, Rishi Sunak, despite all his other flaws, and we always talk about that, he's absolutely spot on. That is, biological sex is vitally important. And considering that Keir Starmer recently came and said, well, I think 99% of women, 99%, he basically counted them, don't have penises. Rishi Sunak came and said, no, it's 100%. Women are women, men are men. And he also said, and I'm going to show you this video, he was interviewed about this topic. I'm going to show you the clip in a second. He said, at the same time, we're still a liberal society, liberal democracy. We're compassionate. If people have issues, we get sorted out. We take care of people. But you don't actually allow a tiny minority imposing a policy that affects the whole of the majority. That is a problem. Now, the fact that even newspaper headlines had to say, at last, a leader who knows what a woman is, that is a sad state of affairs in modern Britain. Anyway, this is the interview that Rishi Sunak did with Conservative Home, and I agree with everything he said.
He said recently that 99% of women, I quote, of course haven't got a penis, he said. What percentage would you put it at?
So I have a slightly different point of view to him on this, and I've been very clear that when it on this topic,
it's 100%.
Yeah, of course. But I think the first thing to say is that we should always have compassion and understanding and tolerance for those who are thinking about their gender. Of course we should, right? We're a compassionate and understanding society, and we will always remember that. But when it comes to these issues of protecting women's rights, women's spaces, I think the issue of biological sex is fundamentally important when we think about those questions. I've said that repeatedly, and that's why I talked about the Equalities Act last year. It's why Secretary of State Kemi written to the Commission. They've responded with some advice about the Equalities Act and how it should think about biological sex. We're in the process of looking at that. But as a general kind of operating principle for me, biological sex is vitally, fundamentally important to these questions. We can't forget that, and that's why we need to make sure, particularly when it comes to women's health, women's sports, or indeed spaces, that we're protecting those rights and those places.
Absolutely spot on, and I actually go beyond that. We do live in a liberal democracy, technically speaking, a little bit of a left, and a grown-up adult, whatever they do in their private life, they should be free. I don't care how you're going to dress or what you're going to call yourself. The issue we have is, one, children. Do not harm children because they cannot consent. Two, women's rights, women's spaces, they have to be protected. And three, don't completely impose blanket policies because of an extreme cultural Marxist lobby group that affects the whole of the nation and society. Because these people have their own agenda. They're not even looking after the minorities, the marginalized groups, or anybody like that. These people are ideological. They want to change the face of the West and the whole of civilization. And they're going to continue to do it unless we say enough is enough. Now, we have to do it soon before it gets completely too late. It is slightly late right now because they have completely infiltrated every aspect of our society, but we can still fight back, and we can already see the fight back. Even we don't have to actually completely do it. People out there, ordinary people who are not even political, they don't even follow all these cultural updates and everything else. They are fighting back because they realize it's gone completely too far. When you have Bud Light or other companies that go completely woke, we can see that the revenue instantly collapses because customers say, well, this makes no sense. For example, you get a man to advertise for bras or tampons or things like this, and you want me as a woman to accept that product, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go next door and buy something else, because we still, thank God, have a little bit of free market left in this country, in the West. So we can boycott, we can change the opinions, and we can fight back. Competitiveness really helps in our culture. We need to use it to our advantage. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.